I think Pete Sampras really has to slow down and say, hey, I've got to get my first serve in. I've got to really work on staying on my toes, not getting into the Becker rhythm. I think he's fallen into the Becker funk in this latter part of the first set.
First point to Becker.
He should have really snapped that backhand volley away, but again, if you give Boris Becker enough chances, he's going to strike at you. Here is a nice backhand volley, but not the put away. But look at this, a hard passing shot, and Sampras can't handle the volley. I think Pete Sampras needs to start pulling the trigger on some forehands himself, scare Boris Becker a little bit. He's waiting for Boris Becker to make an error instead of exploding himself. Let's start setting off some fireworks from the American side. Set up some big forehands and scare Boris.
1-0. Great angle ace, number 6. And Becker will change rackets.
He's going to a newly strung racket right out of the plastic. He travels with his own stringer to all the events, his own personal trainer, gives him some massages, tapes his ankles, keeps him physically fit, and of course his practice partner and coach, Mike DePalmer Jr.
Oh no. Fourth double fault. Gives Becker an edge here. 1-3 now. One more serve from Sampras.
That's a great shot by Pete Sampras, going behind a charging Boris Becker.
Pete said Becker's not the quickest guy out there. Good idea to get it behind him.
Boris Becker has to anticipate some of these shots. He's guessing on the cross-court volley. That's a smart play by Sampras. Once Sampras gets down for this, keeping the eye on the ball, racket head up, falling into the open court.
Becker at 3-2. And a double fault from Becker. The players will change ends.
That's the first double fault by Boris Becker this match. Known for some loose second serves.
He just goes for such big second serves.
Yeah, it's over 100 miles an hour. It's 162 kilometers an hour. That's 100 miles an hour to the American folks. And he's going to go for it. Monte Carlo this year, he had a match point against Thomas Muster in the final to win his first clay court event and hit a 126 mile an hour second serve.
Out.
And he's paying for it. He'll never forget that one.
Yes.
Pete Sampras showing all of his shots. He's been ripping a lot of backhand passes down the line. He likes to go cross court here. Stretching up effort. Now, he fries him on the top spin lob. Becker climbing all over the net, being aggressive. Now Sampras with the mini break.
Sampras with a nice little run going here. 5-3. Yes.
Boris Becker down in this tiebreaker, 5-3, doesn't panic. Watch out, he blocks the return back. Sampras has to put the juice on it. Look at it, he stays low, accelerates the racket head down the line. Doesn't overhit it, just a good, solid shot. Back on serve.
Becker's so proud of the way he's moving. He says, I move better now at nearly 28 than I moved when I was a kid. That's why he's making so many of those passes. Oh, no one could have covered that one. A remarkable angle from that far beyond the baseline.
The right shot at the right time. Pete Sampras showing the strength and agility of the best in the world. Watch this. Very difficult for a one-hander to hit this. He knows it. Showtime.
2 set points for Sampras. Yes.
Sampras.
Still set point.
Watch Pete Sampras uncork a big bomb here. It's set point. He's not one to go for a good 3/4 first serve. He's got the gun and he's going to use it.
He did. Sampras secures set 1 of this best-of-5 set match.
Sampras, set C.
Pete Sampras won that first set. We pick up action later in set 2. On serve, Sampras serving at 2-3. We're at the Palais Omnisport. Final match between Pete Sampras and Boris Becker. It's 3 out of 5 sets, and right now, Sampras has control of the match, taking the first set tiebreak, breaking Becker that last game, and boy, is Boris Becker grouchy now. Gave the business to the chair umpire, Paulo Pereira, on that last changeover, still complaining about the ball kids.
Oh, those ball kids. Arr.
Yeah, they are nasty, boy.
Becker showing the mental toughness, able to rebound from a break. Best time to break back is right after you've been broken. You'll not find a better crew of ball kids anywhere in the world than here in Paris. These guys do the same great job at the French Open.
These kids aren't poisoning your Parisian experience as they are Boris Becker's, Luke?
I'll tell you, when I lost in the qualies here earlier, well, it must have been 2 weeks ago. I've been here forever. No, I missed all the forehands and volleys, and I hit all those double faults all on my own.
30-15. Touch.
Very difficult to hit that shot, even for the soft hands of Pete Sampras, because Becker really puts a lot of spin, a lot of torque on that tennis ball. Again, Pete Sampras struggling at the first serve, in the first serve department, only 47 to 50%.
50% for this set. But you're right, 47% for the match. And that goes out. I mean, really, like, imagine if Sampras really could serve like at the 55 range. And he'd never lose. Yeah, how could you bust him?
Macron would always say if he could serve into the 65 to 70% ratio. Pete Sampras has such a big gun, he can only He needs to only really serve at 55% to really dominate his service games.
Got it. 4-2. Sampras leads in set 2. Boris Becker has been playing professional tennis since she's 15 years old. Of all the active players, he's got the most titles. Stefan Edberg is still around, and he still feels he's got 1 or 2 years left in that body of his. Sampras, Muster, Mats Wilander is still working, and it's nice to see him around. Andre Agassi has plenty of good years left.
Of course, Andre Agassi injured this week after last week re-injuring his chest that he sustained during the Davis Cup match against Sweden. But when I saw him after the Davis Cup tie in Essen last week, he was really fit. Normally after an injury, he'd gained a few pounds.
I heard he's very lean.
Really, not since his big year in '88 have I seen him so fit.
Nice big serve, even yanked Sampras all over the court, 15 all. Double fault number 4.
And he's really only gotten those since the tiebreaker in the first set. And so far in the second set, 3 in this set alone, and 1 in at a crucial time in the tiebreaker.
Fans trying to rally behind him. They want more match. This is heading towards a straight sets decision for Sampras. Again, best 3 of 5 in this final. And as we all know about Becker, as he says of himself, it is in my character to try my best always. I will not give up.
We were talking about Pete Sampras' woes on the first serve percentage. Boris Becker, the same thing. Having hit second serves like this that just go into the meat grinder of the Sampras return. For the set, Becker's only serving 50%. And again, for the match, 47, almost identical to Pete Sampras. Sampras has such great coordination from the passing shot. It's very difficult, again, for a one-hand backhand to do this. Put enough roll, enough topspin to go cross court.
Didn't miss by much, did he? That thing almost broke Becker for the 3rd time. Still a breakpoint chance for Sampras. That's a good serve.
Pete Sampras really converting not as much as he would like. He's had lots of chances to blow this match wide open. A smart play by Sampras that just didn't pay off. But watch his Becker. A nice second serve, getting low for this, but stretched out. Watching the Sampras volley here. Watch this. It's a